What's up everyone, welcome to Stockton. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. On this channel, we talk about stocks before they start blowing up, say goodbye to chasing stocks at all-time highs, and say hello to making some money. So if this sounds like something you want to take advantage of, then hit that beautiful subscribe button and like the video. Now let's get to it. Before we get into the video, I have to say that I'm not a financial advisor. Anything I say is just my opinion and is for entertainment purposes only. Having said that, if I'm talking about a company, I'll let you know whether I'm personally going to invest in it or not towards the end of the video. But you should always do your own due diligence, so with that out of the way, let's get started.
Hello fellow BNGO investors, I've got some really big news for you all today. But first of all, I'd like to give a shout out to one of our Patreons that brought this bit of news to my attention. Old Timer, thank you for notifying everyone about this in the Discord chat, I really appreciate it. So, for those of you that aren't aware yet, Ark Invest recently published their Ark Invest Big Ideas 2021 report. I encourage you all to go through this report as it'll help you expand your horizon and it'll allow you to see what sort of sectors will do well in the future. So in this report, Ark Invest has finally acknowledged how useful BNGO's technology really is in the genome sequencing space. Now, before they published this report, I remember them not taking BNGO too seriously, and they indicated how optical mapping can only be used in research instead of clinical or diagnostic settings. I actually had a brief conversation with Simon from Ark Invest, and this is what he said back then. Their approach towards BNGO, in my opinion, led some people to believe that the total addressable market for bio-nanogenomics wasn't as big as that of PacBio or Illumina. But now from this report, it's clear that they see a lot of value in what BNGO has to offer. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not saying that they had a malicious intent back then. Opinions do change over time, and I think that after BNGO's Symposium Week, Ark Invest finally started to see the light when it comes to the future potential of this revolutionary product. So now let's take a deeper look into this report. So over here you can see that they do still maintain that long read sequencing, which is what Pacific Biosciences does, is still the future of genome sequencing. But on page 93, they finally acknowledged BNGO. Over here, in my opinion, what they're saying is that BNGO sits on top of these gene sequencing technologies as it enhances the quality of genome assemblies. They go on to say the following: both LRS and SRS systems break the genome into smaller fragments, analyze the fragments with high-resolution optics, and reassemble the genome with efficient computer algorithms. High-resolution optics refers to BNGO, but for some reason, instead of mentioning it on the main page, they decided to include it in the footnotes, which states the following: applies to Pacific Biosciences and bio-nanogenomics. Now, let's move on to the next page where they drop another clue. Pediatric cancers have unique molecular drivers such as hidden single nucleotide variants, SNVs, gene fusions, structural variants, and methylation, all more amenable to LRS and optical mapping instruments. So again, they talk about optical mapping. And remember, there's only one company that is currently publicly traded which does this, which is bio-nanogenomics. So in my opinion, it's only a matter of time before Ark Invest finally gives up and buys BNGO. Someone basically asked Simon about when they'll add BNGO to their ARK-G fund, and he replied saying the following: I'll reiterate from our previous call, the research process involves many people, both in and outside of the firm. Also, we evaluate companies on a 6-point scoring system: management, execution, 5-year valuation, barriers to entry, product leadership, etc. So, it could be that there isn't a consensus amongst the team on BNGO yet, and this might change going forward. But one thing is for certain, BNGO is definitely on their radar. There is a reason why Simon himself attended the Symposium webcasts that were hosted earlier this month by BNGO. I remain bullish on BNGO because after attending some of the webcasts earlier this month, I realized the potential that they have not only in the research setting, but also in the clinical and diagnostic setting. Next week, if the market recovers from the whole GameStop saga, I believe the money will start coming into BNGO again and the stock price could skyrocket. My price target for BNGO in the short term is around $30, but I do believe that it can go significantly higher than that. Anyways guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Have an awesome day and I'll see you in the next one.